These are top 10 qualities of a successful Christian relationship that can lead to marriage. I call them 10 because 1 to 7 of them are responsibilities of the brother, of the sister, the people that are intending to get married. Then the remaining maybe 8, 9, 10 are responsibilities, I believe, from the church, from the ministry head. Now, I was speaking with some brethren recently, Dami, Yasmi, and Gloria. Actually, it's actually not called their names. Actually because they said I should not call their names, they are calling their names. And we're looking at relationships in church. We're just looking at discussing, sharing ideas. Why some relationships don't lead to marriage, why we have relationships that are not healthy in the Christendom. And we came up with these top 10 qualities. Number one is, if you're going to get married, check if, especially for the guy, does he belong to a ministry? Does he belong to a ministry? Now, when I was getting married, we got married, my wife and I got married in Jos, House on the Rock in Jos. One of the things Pastor Akila, I love you, Pastor Akila and the wife. One of the things Pastor Akila was asking me, aside things, okay, are you born again, this, with things like, in the ask, he said, what ministry do you belong to? I guess he saw that I was surprised at such a question. And he told me, went for that, I said, I asked because if you don't belong to a ministry, that means you are not submissive. And that is where it begins. People get married to people that are just churchgoers. They don't belong to any ministry. That is a red flag. I'm going to be showing you things that are red flags in a Christian relationship that some people ignore and they want a successful marriage, and things that are green flags, they see it and maybe they ignore and they don't get a successful marriage because they see it and they don't even get married to that person that is showing them green flags. Now, one of the red flags is if the guy is not in any ministry, that is a red flag. He comes to church, he goes home, he comes to church, he goes home, and you see him as a church goer, you see him as a brother, you respect him. This guy is always in church. Does he belong to a ministry? No, it's not like you're concerned that he serves in church or something. No, that's not it. The danger is this. If he does not belong to any ministry, that means he's not submissive. If he does not belong to any ministry, you cannot hold him accountable for anything. If he does not belong to any ministry, you cannot report him to anybody. People say, why should you report him? Yes, Christ is the third person in any marriage, in any relationship. Christ, the husband, the wife, and the God, and God. So Christ is the third person, the first and the third. So Christ is that's why you get married in church. The church is part of it. So that's why you see sometimes people ignore these things. The guy is not in any ministry. When I mean being in ministry, it's not just if you go sit down and look, committed member of a ministry. And then they start having they start having problem in their relationship, in their marriage. And the wife goes to report in church, say, Pastor, they call you. He no go answer. Because he's not submissive to the ministry. So if he does not belong to a ministry, quote unquote, if he does not have a head above him, he cannot lead. Because for them to serve, you must have served. So if he serves in a ministry, then he can call to be served. So if he does not belong to any ministry, that is a red flag. That's why you cannot report him to church. You cannot report him to the ministry head, and they cannot call him an answer. You see his wife say, Pastor, they call you, which pastor? Even when the pastor comes to his house, he walks him out. Why? He is not accountable to any ministry. Secondly, check is your spiritual compatibility with him. Are you spiritually compatible? When I mean spiritually compatible, the man must be more sound in the things of God than the woman. Because if the woman is more sound, there is a danger. It's not good. Because now you say, okay, if coming to church, that's not just it. His own line of belief might just be Christ is the Son of God, Christ is God, and that solves it for him. But check his spiritual compatibility. Does he believe in the acts of the apostles, the acts of the present church, the principles and the practices of the church? What is his belief on faith? What is his belief on tithing? What is his belief on fasting? What is his belief on evangelism? Things like that. Check your spiritual compatibility with him. Because if you ignore these things, that is a red flag if you ignore it. Because when you get married and you say, okay, the church says we are doing, like now, January is coming, churches are going to start fasting, and you tell him, okay, we want to start 30 days fasting, 40 days fasting. He will say, no fasting in my house. And forget it, you're not fasting in that house. So be it, you're not fasting in that house. You say you want to pay tithe. He says, no, we're not paying tithe in this house. Forget it, you're not paying that tithe. Because you bring your salary, he brings his salary, people put it together, nobody's paying tithe. I'm not saying pay tithe or not pay tithe, pay offering or not pay offering, but let two of you be compatible in that aspect of the acts of the apostles, of things that concern God. You must be compatible. Jehovah's Witness, Jehovah's Witness now, sorry to use that example. People of different denominations that you think, these practices are strange, they marry themselves because they know that we have this spiritual compatibility. So when you get married to somebody that you're not spiritually compatible with, there's no practice that is above the other. But check that you have the same practices, the same spiritual compatibility. Because if you don't, you will see the man say, okay, you can name the child. Anybody can name the child. Are you not a parent too? If you check Bible, it's okay. Where is it in the Bible that it must be the man that will name the child? Then you have to start anything you tell him to do. You have to bring spiritual backing from the Bible. You see that you spend more time evangelizing to your man than evangelizing to non-believers. You'll be preaching more. You be doing evangelism to your husband that is a born again than sinners that are in the world. Because for it to say, okay, let's go to church 6 o'clock, you have to defend it. Let's fast tomorrow, you have to defend it. You will be spending more time trying to convert your husband than converting people down on the street. So you have to check these things. The father of John, Zechariah, though he could not speak out of the naming of John the Baptist, but the mother did not say, no, I'm the mother, and she wrote. No, they gave him a tablet and he wrote. There are people that, mothers in the Bible, that angels visited, but they still took it to their husbands because it was his responsibility to name or to speak on the child. Excuse me. So if you don't have that spiritual compatibility, there'll be a problem in your marriage. Another thing you need to check also, both sides is this is for the guys. It is the willingness of her to submit. Does she have the willingness to submit? Now, submission does not mean a slave kind of submission. No. A lady once quoted on Twitter also. She said, please, all the women that are looking for equal rights with men in the bedroom or in the house and everything, they should please move aside. Let them that are ready to be submissive get husbands. See, the equal right that we talk about, equal right agenda, gender equality that we talk about, it is for workplace. It is for the labor market. When you say you are equal with a man, it means in the labor market, in the labor force, outside your bedroom. In your home, the man is the head of the house. Test, is the woman submissive? You can know these things. These are not rocket science. So you are talking in public, and does she answer you when you say, okay, let's go for a date at Mr. Biggs or Mr. A or Mr. C? Does she say, no, it must be this place? The danger is this. If she's not submissive to the decisions you make, you will have problem. Because tomorrow you say, let's stay in Guanipa, let's stay in Duse, let's stay in Nyanyan, let's stay in Gwagalada. She will say, no, she wants to live in Maitama. And you see yourself boring. You see yourself doing all kinds of work to get to meet her needs. You're no more satisfying the family as a whole. You're not satisfying her. She said, no, okay. You say, okay, let our children go to this school of 50,000, 30,000, 150,000 naira per term. And she says, no. Child must go to British, international, Chinese, American school. And you see yourself boring. So check, is she submissive? And this has to do with your spiritual compatibility also. Because as a man, take it or leave it, the man must be more sound than the woman in any relationship. The man, because if she sees that you are more sound, she will become more submissive. So these two they go hand in hand. Point 2 and 3 go hand in hand. If you are more sound, if she knows that yes, you hear from God, that was why I said I was submissive to Abraham, because she knew Abraham was hearing from God. So when Abraham said, "Let's move here, let's go here, let's do this, let me kill Isaac," she didn't argue. She was not saying no. I have a say in this thing. No, because she knew he was hearing from God. So if your spouse, if your wife knows, your girlfriend knows you are more spiritually sound than she is, and you say, look, let's go this way, let's go to this city, let's settle here, let's take this job, let's live in this place, she will answer you. She will be submissive to you. So check, is she more submissive? Because if she's not submissive, she will try to outshine you, and that is just the truth. She will try to outshine you. And you ladies, don't talk down somebody that you intend to get married to. So even if the guy is wrong in the public, don't talk him down. Don't say, if he says Jesus had 13 disciples, leave it. If he says Jesus had 42 disciples in public, leave it. Don't be arguing with him. 42 disciples, guy, babe, now I know they talk all this kind of thing. Don't try to talk him down. What is the first law of the 48 laws of power? It is don't outshine your master. If really is your master, don't try to outshine him. It could be wrong. When the people have gone, you cannot tell him, guy, who tell you say Jesus get 42 disciples, now 12 now, then you correct him. It's not left for him to go and make the correction in front of people. But even if you more correct him in the public, now you correct him in love. You can send him a text or something. Say, guy, that is wrong. It's actually this. Don't correct him, outshine him in public. If you want to be a queen, treat your husband as a king. So you guys check, is the lady ready to submit? If she's not, forget it. That is a red flag. She's going to talk you down at your village meeting. She's going to talk you down when you have family gathering. She's going to talk you down when you are in your office. She's going to talk you down in front of your kids, and you won't like that. You need to also check a support system. You understand? If not, you'll be the one carrying the responsibilities of the whole family. There's nothing wrong in it. That's why God has made you the man. Also, you need to check your support system. Because how will you know that? You're not going to start begging her for 10,000 to know if she will give you money. No. Don't they do like 419 with that? That's not the idea. when you out on a date, when you want to buy a pair of shoe and the price is 50, your budget is 50K, and you get there, the shoe is 53,000. Is she ready to add 3,000 to it? When she's coming to your house to cook, does she buy Maggi when coming? Even if despite the fact she's coming to use your bag of rice, what does she bring to your house when she's coming? Does she buy water? Or does she say, okay, I'm coming to cook Indomie for you. I need 2.5 to buy the packet of Indomie. What is her support system? Where does she come in? I met my wife where we both worked one time. And during one lunch break, I had forgotten my wallet in the house and everything. I said, okay, we're going for lunch. I said, I forgot. She was not going. I said, I forgot my wallet. She just took her wallet and gave it to me. We were not married. Those were one of the signs I saw. She just took her wallet, gave it to me. No, it was not like I just said, oh, see, person will marry himself, So that's just, I said, I didn't make a wrong choice. So when you are down, things like that, does she assist you? I'm not saying you should start collecting ladies' money. No, but just check her support system. Another thing you need to do, so this will be the point 5, is to check her family values. Does she respect her family? If she does not respect her family, she won't respect you. If he does not respect your family, he won't respect you. Not you per se, he won't respect yours. So if the brother or the sister does not respect his or her family, forget it. It's not going to respect yours. So how will you know? You see, these are not questions. These things are not things you ask. Do you respect your family? Will you support me? Will you give me money? Are you spiritually grounded? Do you belong to a ministry? No. You will see these signs. And how will you see these signs? When the mother calls, how does he or she respond? When the brother calls, how does she or she respond? When the friend calls, how does she respond? Who is his closest friend? Who is his closest ally? These are the things you need to check. And if he's too close to his parents, also is a red flag also. You understand? If it's not close to them, it's a red flag. If it's too close to them, it's a red flag. Because you might get married and will be taking decisions from his mother, from his dad. So you need to check these things. If it's not close to them, it's a red flag. If it's too close to them, it's a red flag. So you tell him, look, you're not feeling fine, you can't go out today, you can't cook for him. And he says, okay, his mother is coming. It's okay, let's buy something so that I'll bring it to him so that she will eat. And he says, no, you must be the one to cook. This is my mother. You must cook for my mother. That is a red flag. Forget it. That is a red flag. So don't go and marry somebody that what the mother says is what you must do, because he has to understand that when two people are joined together, he must leave his father and his mother. So check, is he so tied to them he cannot leave them? Or is he not tied to them that he will not respect yours? These are things you need to weigh. These are things you need to do. And in doing these things, that means you need to also, as a sister, this is point 6, do your investigation. One thing that leads to heartbreak in most churches is that we just believe these people. We don't try to do our findings. So a brother goes to meet a sister, say, hey, hello, how are you doing this? Can I get to meet you? They start dating and everything. The sister just believes A to see what the brother says. A, your life is at stake here. Your heart is at stake. After the abundance of the heart, a man speaketh. Bible said a lot of things about the heart. So you need to guide your heart. Your heart is where a lot of things come out from, and this relationship is going straight to your heart. It starts from your heart. This is, if you have a heartbreak, forget it. If it's so serious, you might never go to work. You hear serious things that happen when people have heartbreak. So protect it. Do investigation. Do your findings. Ask other people, who is this guy? Where does he work? How is this? How is it that? Ask. Don't take what he says for it. There's a story I heard about a guy that they got married. They were dating for a long time. They got married, and I think the guy had a child or something. There was something so secret that was so painful that ideally should have told the woman. But when they started dating, when they got married, and the woman found out, they went to the church, and the pastor was saying, "But you could have told her." Do you know what the guy said? He said she never asked. He said she never asked, and you look at it. What was like? Was I supposed to ask? You're supposed to tell me, but he said you should have asked. You should have asked if I had a son. You should have asked if I did this. You should have asked if I did. I think it was something so severe. The one of them said, you never imagine a woman having issues with the womb, God forbid, and then the man marries, and then they're still fighting for children. And the man says, they go to the hospital, and the man says, okay, they say the problem is you. So did you know about this? She says, yes. Why didn't you tell me? And why didn't you say it? God forbid. And the woman says, you never asked. Are those things that she will ask? So these are things you will ask. Medical history, that talk to our friends, talk to relatives, talk to our circle, our friends, do your findings, talk to the ministry head, talk to other people in our office. Do your findings, become FBI. This one, your heart is involved. Don't take it that way. What the sister says is true, and what this brother says is true. That's why you have heartbreak in church, because you believe these are brethren, these are sisters in the Lord, so they should not lie. Guy, they lie. They lie. You understand? So another thing you should also do, this is number 7 now, is to show your ministry head. When you start dating somebody, when the thing is looking serious, when the meat with this also don't resemble person hand, when it's no more looking at this thing, when they don't resemble monkey hand, that is when you should start showing showing your asking your ministry heads and showing your ministry heads, say, this is the person that we are talking, we are the thing is looking like it's going further. Let the ministry heads tell you, let the ministry heads be aware. Because the person might have brought somebody else to that same ministry head. So the ministry head will tell you, that is a red flag. I don't see this guy taking you somewhere else. I don't see this thing working out. So talk to your ministry heads. Don't see, Christian relationships should not be secret. Christian relationships should not be secret. The Bible says Adam and wife, they were naked and they were not ashamed. They were what? Not ashamed. Christian relationship, you should not be ashamed of it. Go and ask Adam and Eve, they were not ashamed of their relationship in the garden. So if you are ashamed of, or if you are saying this is a secret, you don't want people to know, anything that happens may take like that too. Because the guy could be seeing somebody else in that same, when it happens, when you now start crying, they'll be like, you for tell us now. We know saying that this guy, they go out with this sister. We know she's going out with this sister in another branch. He comes to this other branch, he comes to this other this, and you don't know. You'll be like, why didn't you say it? You'll be like, hey, you said we should keep it down low. Down low, Nibo. Are you Lagbaja Coco below? You're keeping it down low, something that has to do with your heart. Now, this remaining 3 points, I've said 7 already. I've said the person must belong to a ministry. I've said the person must have spiritual compatibility. The guy should be more spiritually sound than the lady. That is key. I've said you should check her willingness to submit. I've said you should check her support system. Is she ready to support you? That's not another one. You should also check her family values and how she respects her friends. You should also show your ministry heads. Now, this remaining 7 I'm going to list, they are for the church or per se the ministry heads. Please, look, like me, I belong to a ministry where we have a dress code. Some ministries have their dress code. Maybe media, you have dress code. I think ushers, sometimes they have dress code. And maybe worship team, choir and the rest, they have dress code. Please, ministry heads, once in a while, allow your ladies, allow your brothers, your sisters to be free. Allow them to express themselves. Especially if they are between 24 to 33. Please allow them to express themselves. This is what I mean. Sometimes we, like media people now, we wear black almost every Sunday. Black. Maybe once or twice a year during Thanksgiving that we leave us to, even that time himself, to express ourselves inside this media this thing again. They say another media ceremonial dress. So people don't see the beauty of these ladies. People don't see the handsomeness of these guys. So our God is beautiful. God likes Shako. Allow these people to express themselves maybe once in a month. Just put them off duty and let them dress. Some ladies, that black is hiding their beauty. You just see them black jeans, black shirt. The way they go dress to key, you too, you go no say, something they there. So allow the brethren to express themselves, ministry heads. Please, it's not every day wear robe, say be quiet, wear this. The person would be in that church 10 years and he's not married and you don't know why. There's somebody that sees her in the office, sees the beauty that she's carrying in the office, sees the beauty, the handsomeness the guy is carrying in the office, now marries her. Then on the wedding day, you'll be like, so this be a fan like this. And then after when you see her during the actual day, you'll be like, wow, so this be a fan like this. You see her somewhere, you'll be like, so this be. You didn't know since because she was wearing why I should be in church. She was wearing dress code in church. So please, once in a while, allow your members under your ministry to express themselves, especially if they are of younger age, 23, 24, 25, 26, between 23 to 30, 35. That let them wear, there are some things they cannot wear to minister. But there are some things they can wear. There are 2 types of administration in church. There's one you minister to God, and there's one you minister to men. You understand? So there are some things they cannot wear to minister to God, because some people will be confused in church. So some days lead them to wear what they can wear to minister to men. They let the women minister to men and let the guys minister to the sisters. So please allow them some days to express themselves. Another thing you need to do is, please, those that are doing premarital class, we call the premarital, the class you do before marriage, premarital class, some say, okay, counseling class, whatever it is called in your church. Please, when people, because one thing I notice is when people want to get married, they now put the pictures on notice board, they now put the pictures on updates, they now put the pictures in church. Please, do you have any reason why Benga should not marry Susan when they're about to get married? Then a lot of things might have happened. Sometimes some sisters are very careful. You understand? Some guys too are mostly sisters. When you start dating them, when you start talking to them, they won't allow you to enter the other room, which is the ideal thing to do, no premarital sex. They won't allow you to enter the other room because they look like, this one won't chop and go. So what some guys do is that they take them to PMC. Because they believe when they take you to PMC, that is a confirmation they want to get married to you. And that is when most sisters relax. They put down their guards. If we're already PMC, if we're already doing premarital class, if we're already doing this, we're already going to see in-laws, then this is already my husband. So most sisters relax at this stage. And the guys take advantage of them. So they take advantage of them, take them to the other room, do some things they're not supposed to do with them. Then when it's time for marriage, they boot out. That's why you see, they'll say this sister has done premarital class 2-3 times. This brother has done premarital class 2-3 times. Because why? When they did not allow you get to where they will display their pictures in church. So that those people, they become predators and they keep, going on, touching other praise, and people will not know. So what I advise the church to do, when people come, a brother and a sister come for premarital class, at that stage, display their pictures. Hey, congratulations to these following premarital students. Display their pictures so that if anybody has any concern, let them raise the red flag at that point. Don't wait for them to do 10 weeks, 8 weeks, 2 months, 3 months of premarital class. After that, we will now find that they are not compatible. After that, we will now find out that, hey, this guy has used that. See, sisters relax mostly during PMC. And guys know this, so they take advantage of them. That's why, see, even in home video, say, I want marry, you want marry, the girl goes to no. Then when you take them to they take you to their family house, and you see their parents, they relax. They don't know that even at that stage, some guys don't get the code. They can still log out. So please, when people come from premarital class for counseling that they want to get married, at that stage, before they even start the class, I plead with the church authority. At that stage, you have notice board, display it, even the church. These are the following students for our next premarital class. Display them. Honestly, if you do this, you see that the students will reduce. People will mind the way they come, because not all that come have good intentions. Then the next thing I want to say is, let them wear wedding rings. Ministry heads, please, if there's somebody under your ministry and you know the person is married, he's not wearing wedding ring, please caution the person. This is not my wedding ring. Sorry, this is not my wedding ring. This is not my wedding ring. Why wear it? My wedding ring, while I was, doing laundry, I was about to turn the water in the WC. As I just turned it, the wedding ring entered, and the thing went away. But I had to put this. It shows I'm married. So if you know somebody that is married, mostly the young ones that are married in your ministry, that don't wear wedding rings, please tell them to wear wedding rings. One of the things that the church has recognized to show that somebody is married is through the wedding rings. So if there's a guy in your ministry as a ministry head and the person is married, he's not wearing wedding ring, that guy is a predator. Chances are that guy is a predator. He's deceiving sisters in that ministry. He's deceiving sisters in that church. Because some of them remove wedding rings and then they start going from sister to sister. Some of them even talk to the same sister in the same ministry. Some of them talk to the same sister in the same church but different branches. So please, let's have a healthy Christian relationship. If you are married, wear your wedding ring. Wear your wedding ring. If you don't get gray hair and the rest, we leave you, because guys, sisters will not look your side. But please, if you are married, please, ministry heads, look into it. There are those that are married. You please wear their wedding rings. Wear their wedding rings. These are the things that we should start doing in churches. Not call the brother. Say, come, brother James, come. You are married. Are you not married? Yes. You are married to Sister Susan. Yes. And you have a kid. It's in Lagos in boarding school. Yes. So where's the wedding ring? And yes, if he says this one is not expensive. It's not as expensive as the one I flushed. So if he says it's not, let him put rubber band. Or let him put this duct tape. That one is ash color. Let him put sellotape. Let him put something. Let him put thread. Let him show, or you carry him to church and put him in front of church and announce that he's married. If he says he's not going to wear the wedding ring, every brother in church that is married must wear wedding ring, especially if you are between the age of 23 and 45. Any brother in church that is married between the age of 23 to 45, 50 years will leave you, they go, you'll be old school. Between 23 to 45, if you're between 23 to 50, if you are a brother in church and you're married, you must wear a wedding ring. Ministry heads, please see to it. Because the things they are doing to sisters in church is very bad. They talk to this sister, and the sisters, even if they ask, the guys won't tell them. So one of the things they look at the finger. They look at the fourth finger. I heard a story, somebody told me a story of a sister that was already going deep into conversation, going into deep relationship with somebody. Then she did a video call with the person at night. The person forgot. So apparently, he wears the wedding ring at home. So the person just, did his finger like this or something, and she saw the wedding ring. She was like, wait, what did I just see? That was how the relationship ended. The guy forgot he had put on the wedding ring. They were doing video call. So imagine if that lady didn't see it. She don't break her heart with that. So many guys do it. Mostly the younger ones, they remove ring and they start going like Predator. They are even worse than Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I believe with this point of mine, you can add yours in the comment section. Please, let's look into all these points and take them into consideration. The first 7 that are listed, that are for the brothers and the sisters, please take them seriously. Anywhere those things are questionable, that is a red flag. Please. And the remaining 8, 9, 10 that I also said, ministry heads, please do them. Let people wear rings that are married in your ministry. Display intending couples in your in your premarital class, and also show your ministry heads things they are about to do. Allow people to express themselves. Allow people to express themselves in your ministry. Please, ministry heads, let's do this and let's have a healthy Christian relationship that can lead to marriage. Because, hey, let me tell you, the sisters are growing older and the guys don't have patience, and some guys are predators. Please, if you have any other key point you want to say, drop it in the comment section. That will help us build a healthy Christian relationship in the Christendom. God bless you.